Good morning, all. I just heard the disturbing news that Ted Kotcheff, we're still in Halloween mode down here today. The lady in Aldi's yesterday, I was talking to her, and I was in the, checkout, and she was behind me, and she had two big heavy bags of Epsom salts. I said, gee, I haven't seen that since the 1950s. And we were just talking and chatting, and then I got me all my stuff for, bits of food and things on the belt. And then when I threw this mask on there, I bought it at Aldi's. I heard the sad news that Ted Kotcheff, the Canadian film director, passed away earlier this year in April. Man, this movie called Wake in Fright and some other places it's got a different. It's called A Season in Hell. It comes from a book called A Season in Hell. The backstory behind this wonderful masterpiece of a movie is that this is a miracle that this ever appeared on DVD. Somebody found the master print of this movie in a tipster or a dumpster in Los Angeles, I think, or somewhere in America. The last, the only surviving master print, just a matter of hours or a day before it was to be taken off and just thrown away in the garbage. This film, if you ever get to see it, and it is on YouTube in various shapes and forms, but this is a beautiful, beautiful little package. It's got shots from the film. This is a very disturbing film. If you don't like to see animals mistreated, I suggest you don't watch this, because there's an actual kangaroo hunt in the movie, and it is fucking disgusting. It's terrible. It's hard to watch. Very, very hard to watch. Scenes from the film. This is probably one of the most famous scenes from the movie. Where he's playing 2-up, the game, of chance. And as the coins, Ted Kotcheff gets this shot where the coins are spinning. He throws the coins right up into the air, and then there's this shot in slow motion of the coins rolling down, and they fall into the eyes of our hero, or the victim, I should say, of the film. And they land like, the dead pennies, like George Harrison in Taxman. They'll even tax the pennies on your eyes. They used to put pennies on the eyes of dead people. And it's a master. Everything about this film is just masterful. The cinematography, the acting, everyone in it. And there's a lot of people just aren't actors. They're just ordinary people, pulled off the street that just doing their thing. But it's a masterpiece. I highly, 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 highly recommend you see this. If you can stomach there's some real nasty shit in this movie, mate. Terrible stuff. But from the book The Season in Hell, sweat, dust and beer, there's nothing else out here, mate. This really did sum up the Australia I grew up in. This film, I think it was made in late 69, 70, and it was released in 71. And it was like if you had long hair in Australia in the 60s, you knew what it was like to get chased down the street by thugs looking for your blood, I'll tell you now. There it is. The pennies in the eyes. Jack Thompson, Australian actor. He's unrecognisable now. He's, it's like Marlon Brando. He's got about 16 chins, and dear old Buster Fidesz, the Irish comedian that was very popular on Australian television. This is the English actor. What's his name? I'll think of it in a minute. He's the poor victim in the film. Oh, don't worry, he survives, but he goes through sheer and utter hell. It's the most horrifying movie, my favourite horror film of all time, because there's no monsters in it. The monsters are the people. They're not monsters like this. No, they're monsters like this. So there he is, someone that couldn't stand beer. By the end of the movie, that's how he ends up. They're all alcoholics. Everyone in the film. The town policeman's a bent cop. The wonderful Chips Rafferty. That was the Australian actress. I can't think of her name at the moment, but she was actually married to Ted Kotcheff. She's wonderful in the film. Everyone is wonderful in this. My God, they're all so good. That Australian sun, that horrific. How many hangovers have I had in my life, waking up with that disgusting light, Australian sunlight in your eyes, and just making the hangover a million times worse. And then you get back down on the piss again. It's just the only way to get over it. Yeah, what can I say? This is wonderful. It tells you how it was restored, and it looks terrific as far as DVDs go. That this probably came out, I don't know, 20 years ago now. I can't remember. One of the greatest films we made in this country. Well, I put it right up there with the first Mad Max for sure. They're my two. I think my two favourite Australian films. Definitely number one is Wake in Fright, closely followed by Mad Max, or as it's known in the USA, The Road Warrior. See you later, mate.